A-cam is ready.
Is my posture okay? Should I?
What's up, guys? Welcome back. So I need to get it out of the system first, so I know.
Yeah, you talk directly into it.
Right in the hole.
My name is Lucas, originally from Sweden.
My name's Ted. I'm from the States.
My name is Andrew. I am in Taiwan.
One day I was just walking in the park and a Taiwanese person approached me, asked me about my life here, and he showed me his channel page and it had like 2,000 subscribers. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. Like, people actually kind of watch this content. And I was inspired to do my own.
Ironically, I wanted to leave Taiwan. That's why I started. I had lived here for like 7 years, so a lot of foreigners were asking me like, what's your favorite thing to eat? Where's your favorite place to go? What's your favorite hike? Your favorite waterfall? So I was documenting my favorite places as a kind of like tutorial video and not caring about like views or anything.
No one really watched it at first and I was just about to quit. And then the algorithm actually picked up one of the episodes that I shot at Taida. That kind of kept me going. It seemed like there was a demand for this.
After like 3 weeks, someone came up to me and is like, hey, I saw your video. Great views. And I was like, yeah, I love that mountain. Like, no. I'm talking about like, your video has 30,000 views. And I'm like, what? I don't know that many foreigners in Taiwan. I haven't given it to like 30,000 people. So that's when I discovered that Taiwanese people were actually watching my videos.
Unlike China with its homegrown internet architecture, Taiwan is fully committed to YouTube. In fact, Taiwan leads the world in its commitment. A 2023 study found that Taiwanese users spend almost 2 hours a day on YouTube on average, with over 80% of the entire population and 95% of internet users habitual visitors to the site. Homegrown content creators have carved out a sizable niche on an international platform, mostly making content in Taiwanese Mandarin for a domestic audience. The top 10% of channels have between 2 and 4 million subscribers. No small achievement in a country of only 23 million people. The rush to capture a slice of this lucrative pie has skyrocketed content creation in Taiwan. Large channels of more than 100,000 subscribers have ballooned over 10 times in the last 5 years. And within this crowded market, a clearly identifiable subgenre has taken root.
Emoji balls? There's so many unique fruits. I've never heard of these things before.
All of these fruits here in Taiwan. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, let's go.
Taste is gonna taste like beef.
We're back at it. Can't stop us. Boba.
The foreign YouTuber genre is not unique to Taiwan. Asia is full of preppy Westerners vlogging Japan and shooting the Seoul skyline. But in Taiwan, these foreign YouTubers are rarely speaking their native language. They are speaking instead to the Taiwanese. Despite making up a tiny sliver of the population, less than 0.4% in 2024, foreigners from rich, developed countries have consistently occupied many of the top 10 spots in lists of Taiwan's most popular creators every year since 2020. A study found that traditional media in Taiwan is 5 times more likely to report on foreign YouTubers than local creators with similar audiences. Why have these foreign YouTubers become so popular in Taiwan? Can they really act as ambassadors? And how different are they to China's state endorsers? Welcome to Finding Formosa, Foreign Faces.
In the beginning, my intention was to get to know Taiwan better and talk to more Taiwanese people.
My first year or two, like, I had no idea about algorithms or watch hours, and I didn't care at all.
As I kept going, I started to interview my foreign friends here. I found that those episodes got even more views and more attention.
I realized that Taiwanese people are very interested in seeing how foreigners enjoy and explore Taiwan, with emphasis on enjoying.
台湾的 YouTuber 我就 follow 很多，我也确实有感觉到他们这个叙事的逻辑有一个一贯性，就是他作为一个外国人，然后他来到台湾，然后台湾最美的风景就是人，然后东西很好吃，然后北中南不同的地景地貌等等等等。我们在这个阶段是看到很多的外国网红去呈现这些事情，但其实在更早的时代，公视有南洋姐妹会，大家说英语等等等等的这种。外国脸孔在台湾一直是一个非常受到欢迎的内容的类型。
American photographer and content creator Andrew Neff has lived in Taiwan for more than a decade, and while the content he creates seems markedly different on the surface, in many ways, it fits into this very same tried and true category.
Foreign YouTube in Taiwan is mostly, it's like a drug. Most Taiwanese people, they want to come home from work, they just want to hear, I love stinky tofu, Taiwan is amazing, China sucks. And my audience, they want the inverse of that drug. They want to feel depressed and negative about Taiwan through the lens of a foreigner. But people have caught on to the fact that my negative content is literally the same thing, just inversed. It's still people who they feel are coming from richer countries talking about Taiwan.
Me as a foreigner, I don't have to say that many exciting things about Taiwan before a Taiwanese audience really appreciate me even talking about Taiwan. Whereas in Sweden, like, we wouldn't care. Like,
YouTubers that come from Western countries or maybe Japan, there's a kind of halo around people. So if they say that Taiwan is good, then that means something, and that's something that is valuable or worth watching.
in Taiwan, it's a bigger curiosity, but also more extreme responses, both good and bad. If I would say something that is just not perfect, there will be some negative comments saying like, why would you bring this up? If you're not happy, go back home.
你一旦是比较负面、比较批评的，尤其台湾现在的政治又相当的极化，那你如果一旦是对社会议题或是政治议题采取一个比较负面的观点，可能有一部分的观众你就会流失。
You know, if I'm going to spend all week on a video, I want that video to, one, get views just because I get paid that way. I don't want to do something that's real and then it gets no clicks.
It's impossible to make bad videos talking not necessarily negatively about Taiwan, but just things that could be improved. It's very hard to get like good views from this.
People would be like, why wouldn't I just watch a local person that can speak Chinese very, very eloquently and fluently? Your role here is to kind of like entertain me, praise me, or make me feel good about the things that maybe I feel somewhat insecure about or proud of.
我觉得这个其实也反映出一种台湾人的心理，就是说我们长期在国际社会被孤立，然后台湾的处境越来越艰难，所以确实是需要很多国际盟友的帮忙加持，才能够让台湾维持现状。所以这种对于 international visibility 的渴望，我觉得某种程度上可以在这些国际 YouTuber 的影片中间去找到一个慰藉。
And it's a real thing that Taiwanese people need. You know, you've seen with Korea, like K-pop and anime in Japan, people consume that content and then they start to love those countries and they start to want to go there and visit. It's a very powerful tool.
And like China has been actually very good at that recently. A minister of foreign affairs from China, to paraphrase him, he's like, 30 years of work that we've done, one foreign influencer coming here did in like a couple days.
iShowSpeed's videos of his marathon tour of China have got millions of views.
Live streaming megastar Darren Watkins Jr., who goes by his online handle iShowSpeed, broke several online records during a recent trip to China. A spokesperson for Watkins claimed that the iShowSpeed team received zero compensation from the Chinese government, but many observers question whether the access he received would have been possible without official coordination. This would fit with a pattern which began to emerge as early as 2017.
My name is Marie Bröckling, and I did an investigation into pro-China YouTubers at the University of Hong Kong. So in the beginning, often you just see videos of people traveling around China, kind of like talking about their daily life and eating meals. And then they will start talking about politics, or they will take you to a place that you've never seen. So some of them would go to Xinjiang, kind of like film as they were just going along the streets and be like, oh, look at these people. Everything just seems fine. I can just walk around and there's actually a mosque here. And so it seems to give you a glimpse into everyday life in China.
那但是当然就是说，他们能够采访到一些很敏感的问题，他们能够到一些管制非常严格的区域去做采访，那甚至是说他们产制出来的内容又在官方网站做二次性的宣传。这些 YouTuber 能够在没有中国官方认可的情况之下，到新疆去旅游，去接触这些在地的居民吗？这些都是一个很大的疑问。
But I'm not aware of any hard evidence that they're being paid. I found that the state endorsers are actually self-motivated. Some of them have lived in China for a while, for a few years, or sometimes longer, and they genuinely believe that the image of China that's created in Western media is wrong, and that they want to offer a different perspective.
YouTuber 又跟一般的宣传更不一样的方面是说，它不是这种由上而下非常官式的单一化的叙事，它是由下而上非常草根性的宣传，所以它有更高的亲和力。
If you just look at our own social media use, of course, if you follow an individual person, they are just so much easier to listen to. What we found was that the state endorsers are a lot more effective than state media. So state endorsers extended the reach of these pro-China narratives by 48%, which is just huge.
The reason that China has been effective in this social media push is because before, in the West, we had this impression of China as being, kind of backwards or undeveloped or uncultured. And then the Chinese government is, okay, we're ready to show ourselves to the world.
The audiences are drawn in by this storytelling of just daily life in China, which honestly, it is quite different, right? If you see those videos, it really does clash with what people expect to see in this country that's always portrayed as very authoritarian in Western media.
And you could see that in all the titling there of this is the real China. I didn't expect the China to be like this. And of course, people back at home are going to be curious about that. Unfortunately, people don't really have an image of what Taiwan is back at home.
There's so many of my Taiwanese audience, they're watching my videos because they want to support me promoting Taiwan to the rest of the world. In reality, the rest of the world are not watching my videos.
Before, a lot of Taiwanese people felt like, oh, nobody knows about Taiwan, so we need foreigners to come here and promote Taiwan. That'll be good. And I feel like these YouTubers take advantage of that desire.
Anyone that's kind of saying I'm trying to promote Taiwan through this content is just kind of full of shit, honestly. My audience is probably 80-90% Taiwanese, and then those 20% that are abroad are probably overseas Chinese.
And of course, we're all putting Chinese in our videos, because if we don't, no one is watching our videos. I cannot sacrifice myself and not take a paycheck because I wouldn't be able to sustain myself.
The foreign influencers here, they're just for Taiwan. If they wanted more attention, they would try to get foreign influencers that are famous outside of Taiwan to come here and do stuff.
In the past, the Taiwan government has tried. In 2019, Taipei put out an open call for influencer applicants. The prize? Free flights, accommodation, and a night in the presidential palace. The program was an apparent success, and after a pause for COVID, resumed in 2023.
来总统府住一晚是近期以来台湾官方非常创新、非常大胆的一个尝试。
It's incredibly effective to have these individual state endorsers. So I see why a government would be interested in inviting people to come and produce this social media content, because it will always be so much more effective than any kind of state campaign or tourism campaign could ever do, right?
同时是呈现一个形象，就是说台湾的民主是非常可亲近的，一个外国人可以跟台湾的权力中心如此的接近，这在某种程度上也是在为台湾的民主背书。
And perhaps, in foreign YouTube, there is a further endorsement of Taiwanese democracy waiting to be developed.
这些在台湾的外国 YouTuber 80%的观众是台湾人，但是还是不能低估那20%的观众。我觉得当然不能过度浪漫化说这些外国人在台湾，就台湾的能见度就会一下完全提升。但我觉得也不需要完全去否定说他们只是台湾人的一种心理作用。我觉得在某种程度的对外宣传上面，他们还是都有扮演关键的角色。